Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Astroneer. As you can see behind me, there have been quite a few developments, and we are going to go to a brand new planet today. But first, I want to get into just a little bit of recap of what I've been up to. So I did wind up going back to Calidor. I believe this is Calidor. Yes, it's Calidor. Because I needed to get sulfur. Lots and lots of sulfur. And as you can see, I have lots and lots of sulfur. I just waited around, honestly, for a long time. I brought up a few batteries and things that we saw from previous episodes. Made the storage that I needed to be able to load all of this into our medium shuttle. And just worked on getting as much sulfur back to Sylvia as I could. In hindsight, maybe not the best use of my time, because honestly, sulfur is used for two things. It makes explosive. It helps you make explosive powder, which is only used in dynamite and fireworks. I still don't even really know what you use dynamite for in this game. Ooh, the power is suddenly very down on the planet. But while I was waiting, since we have a lot of sun here, and I had a lot of solar, and there just happened to be a gateway nearby, I dragged all my solar panels over here to the gateway. Decided to have a little bit of fun and power this thing up, because I don't know, it just doesn't really get old. Just watching all those bits drop and the whole thing activate, and just the beauty of these gateways themselves. And no way, we are going to get into all the gateways. I want to go to all the planets first, and then we will get to going to the core of all the planets. And activating all the different gateways, actually reverse order. Activating all the gateways and going to the cores. But anyways, as you can see, got that gateway activated. And then I just began the long task of carrying all of this sulfur over to our shuttle ship, loading it up, getting it ready for our trip back to Silva. Brought it all back, and then I started loading up for our next trip off to the very hard planet of Atrox? Atrox? I don't know how to say it. Probably pronouncing it very, very wrong. Just getting the platforms that we need. There's very little solar or wind up there. I make a few mistakes in all this, because on that medium platform that you saw in that storage over there, there's a bunch of small batteries. Or not small batteries, medium batteries. And I kind of forgot that they don't come pre-charged. Yeah, and so because of that, we wind up on a planet surface with a lot of dead batteries. We found the landing point on this planet, and I mean, my gosh, look at that. There's just cloud cover. There's why there's no sun. It is just cloud cover, and it looks incredibly toxic. Apparently, this is a radiated planet, but honestly, I didn't notice any ill health effects. You get an achievement called I Feel Ill, but I didn't notice anything wrong. So this is at the point where I realized, uh-oh, these aren't charged. Yeah, and to solve that's going to require a trip back to our home planet of Silva, because basically I'm going to have to take them down there, charge them, and bring them back up. I thought this was a good idea to bring them up this way, but it turned out not so. So we went back to Silva, and now that we're here, I just grabbed a couple of the batteries that I loaded up. Actually, I brought all four with me, and for some reason they glitched out. Like the actual charging cells glitched out of the body of the battery and are hanging out to one side. I don't really know what happened, but whatever. They still work. It's just they look really funky. And I'm generating enough power here on the home planet that it's not a problem. So those are freshly charged. I'm going to take two of them back with me, as well as you can see, another large table. I think it's large table B that I created. Gonna grab up all these extra small solar and small wind power that I had laying around. You can see I took all the small wind power that was on the planet, the heater, and loaded it up. Even though there's not much wind or solar up there, it happens every once in a while. So I figure, let's give the batteries a little bit of help, because all I need to do while I'm up here is get one canister of helium, because then I could take that one canister of helium back to Silva, process that eventually into nanocarbon alloy where I can make an RTG, which is a continuous supply of power. Granted, not a ton of power. I think it's only like 2 or 3 watts. But, we have it. We waited around for a long time to get this one canister, and it was a long time. I think it took like 20 minutes just to get the one canister. But we can now go back to Silva, where I can fashion an RTG, which requires several steps. I mean, you can't just go straight to nanocarbon alloy. First, you have to take, there's several steps to it. I'll throw the whole resource tree up here, and you can trace what it requires to get up to nanocarbon alloy from steel and from titanium alloy, which is from titanium. And the steel, of course, comes from argon and something else. I didn't have argon, but I had a thing of steel that I found on another planet. It's the only reason I was able to do that. But this let me get my first RTG created. And then from there, I was able to go ahead and get that all taken care of. I felt really good, though, getting these final really advanced alloys made, because I don't know, it's something I've been working on for a long time, wanting to get to where I can create anything in the game. I wanted to do that before I started really getting into the gateways and, of course, the gateway engines in the center of the planet. I thought that was important to be sure that I had every resource at my disposal so that I could tackle the end game in whatever way I felt I needed to do. But there we go, an RTG ready to go. I will take that back up to, what is it, Atrox? Don't know. But I'll take that back up there with me. I'm also going to charge up these batteries while we're here. And you can see they glitched out even more while we were up there. Maybe it's the irradiated planet. I don't know, but they look really weird like that. But we'll take that RTG along with the freshly charged batteries back up, and then wait for a very long time up here on this horrible yellow planet that I finally remembered to put a beacon down on our landing site so that you wouldn't have to see the 4 or 5 times I edited out me landing at the wrong place. Yeah. So I've already got an atmospheric condenser and everything. A lot of people just bring their atmospheric condenser with them, but I prefer just to make a new one for each planet. They don't take that much in resources to make, so whatever. There we go, getting the RTG set up and going. That instantly gives us power, and I can start collecting more helium, where, like I said, it was just a big waiting game. I did decide to do a little bit of exploring. I mean, it says that this planet has really aggressive flora. I never encountered it. I assumed everything was deadly, but this is just organic. It's just a weird looking tree. The only planet I saw you can kind of see, well, it's gone now, but off to the right there was a big glowy thing, and I forget what they're called, but they're not very nice. But I waited. Look, I sped this footage up. This is like 5 times its normal speed, and you still get the impression of how long I was just standing here waiting. How long did it take to fill up the spaceship? Completely full with argon, or not argon, my bad, helium to go back. It took like 2.5 hours is how long. Because if you look closely there at the power cable, you can see where it plugs in. I'm not generating the full power that the atmospheric condenser needs. The RTG only makes, I think, 2 amps, and it looks like we need, or it only makes 1 amp, and I need 2. I don't know. I'll have to look into the math of it. Maybe I'll remember and put that up on screen now, but maybe I won't. But yeah, 2.5 hours that I waited. Basically, I just let my character stand here while I watched YouTube videos on my laptop. I kid you not. It was kind of dull, but I shouldn't have to come back up here, except for the in-game exploration, where we will go on the surface very carefully, activating all of the gateways, and then into the interior of the planet, where we will do something very cool on those. But this will probably be the very last one that we do. This and the glacier planet, Glacio. But yeah, tons of waiting around, and it was not particularly fun. But it was finally finished, which means it's time to go home to Silva with a medium, or no, the large shuttle. I keep calling this a medium shuttle. This is the large shuttle. The large shuttle with its hydrazine booster, by the way. You can see that thruster there on the bottom. That way I don't have to go through a thruster every time we go to a different planet. But watch how quick the planets are speeding by. And not only is this a planet hard for the fact that it's hard to navigate, but it's hard to get back up off of because everything's flying by at a really great rate. But somehow merged through the planet on our way home to Silva, which brings us to where we are today. So you can see there all the gases I've collected as well as the storage that I've created for it. I would really love to just get rid of all of this other storage and make everything on these large panels. Just put them back to back. That would be so much better, though it is really hard to see over them when you're kind of looking out to be like, oh, where is something? You kind of just have to know where it is, but that's okay. I want to really redo the whole base, but the one thing that we are lacking to be able to do whatever we want is the ability to make steel, because steel comes from argon, iron, and carbon, I think, and that makes steel. So I have the ability to make iron, and of course I have the ability to make carbon with the organic. Matter of fact, there's some carbon around here somewhere. But you know, organic becomes carbon, but I don't have argon, the gas. Of course, it all goes into the chemistry lab to create it. So I need to get argon. Where is argon? Well, it's in one of two places. We can either go to Vasania, where they have argon in the atmosphere, or you can choose Glacio. Glacio is a hard planet. I can get Titanite and Hematite there. Hematite I have, and I have an easy source for it. Titanite I do not have. I mean, I have it because I've traded for it on the trade platform, and you get a fair amount off this trade platform when you send it up for Titanite. I don't remember the exact exchange rate. I think it's pretty good though. Yeah, if I get 4 for 8 scrap, so that's not bad. In as much junk as is laying around the planet, I can take the large rover here out and fill it up in like 5 minutes, bring it back, scrap all that stuff, and have all the scrap I need to get this stuff. But I don't need the Titanite so much. I have hematite, so maybe Vesania, where lithium is something that I can always use more of. Because the exchange rate on that for scrap isn't good. But they have Titanite as well, and I would like to bring some Titanite back. Just to say that I mined some of it myself. And then get the argon. So what do we have loaded in the ship today then? So we're looking at going to, once again, Vasania. They have low sun but high wind. So what have I done? Well, way up there you can see I've got some medium platforms ready to go. And on those medium platforms we will attach those medium storages. I know they're in here somewhere. Oh, there they are. They're on the bottom. We will attach our 4 medium wind turbines, and those will get charged, or will be used to charge our 4 medium batteries. We also have another atmospheric condenser, and then the large platform for it to sit on, as well as the medium storages somewhere in there. And if not, I can make them up on that planet. I may have them on my backpack here. I've got a lot on my backpack as well. But we're ready to go. I mean, there is going to be ammonia, or not ammonium, but compound and resin up there to build the things I need. So let's blast off. Oh, but you know what I don't have with me? And I just realized I don't have is a beacon. So that I can mark my landing spot. I made that mistake when I went to Aatrox, and it took me forever to figure out where my landing location was. So let's see. A beacon is I think it's quartz. That's why I'm setting it in front of the quartz. It is quartz. So we will grab that, put it right there, print it. It's going to immediately kick it off my backpack, though. Actually, it won't, because I'm going to take these. Oh, I wasn't quick enough. So I'm going to take these tethers off, but that's okay. Oops. There we go. Put that on the backpack so I can place that down as soon as we land. That way I know where I am. I want to carry that, so whoops. Let's put that back on tethers so that it will let me carry that last little bit of compound with me so I can make those tethers when I get there. So let's go. Let's head off to yet another new planet. If you watch my live streams, then you've already seen me go to this planet. Granted, a different version of it. But we did that I did that in a live stream. If it's the same as in the live stream, this is kind of a planet out of like Katy Perry's music videos. Yeah, you'll see why I say that. So I think that's it right out there. Yep, there it is. Whoops. Oh, I can't click on it. There we go. Vasania, an exotic planet. And it is indeed exotic. Well, I like the view down inside the ship there. That's kind of unique. Coming in for a landing, I'm assuming. And I just want to find one that is right here on the equator. There's one. That works for me. So we'll land there. I'm not too picky about where I land, because we'll eventually wind up exploring these planets more in depth to find all of the gateways. And there happens to be one right nearby. Just kind of taking a quick look around to see what's what as far as like deadly plants and things. I don't see one immediately nearby. No, I take that back. There are some right over there. Or there's one right over there. But that's okay. It's not close enough to get us right now. I'm mainly looking for the ones that slap at you. There is a bit of a worrisome bit there, so I build my base this direction. Way I don't fall in a hole. But see, there's compound and everything up here that we'll need. So let's unpack and get this all set up. So with the wind kicking up again, it's a good time to unpack these batteries and get them charging. Oh, the wind did not stay going very long. And that's the only thing with this planet. Sometimes the wind will go for a really long time, and then other times it's in quick little spurts. I haven't put all of the batteries out just yet because I need a place for my printer, because I am going to want to print some bigger tables eventually to put some of this stuff on. But once the wind does kick up, it produces a ton of power thanks to these 4 wind turbines, and we should get these batteries charged in no time at all. I'll be able to go exploring. Listen to them go. There we go. Now they're putting out some power. And of course, that means the atmospheric condenser is getting power as well. But I wanted to wait just a minute for all the batteries to charge before I start up the atmospheric condenser. I just think it'd be best to have the batteries nice and full. That way, if the wind dies, the batteries aren't immediately drained, because that condenser does suck down a lot of power. So we're just going to let these batteries charge real quick. So while the battery's slowly charged, I think I'll tether myself in and go get this compound that's over here. Got to be careful on this planet. One of the things that happens is because everything's so pink and all the colors are so vibrant, those guys, that, I don't know what they're called, what these plants actually are called. The ones that slap you up in the air, look like a big giant purple tongue. They can hide in all of that organic very, very easily, and cause you all kinds of troubles, because you won't see them and they'll smack you and you go flying. Okay, so there goes its seed. So what is it called? It just gave me a research sample, which we don't really need research points. I have 17,000 research points and everything is researched, so whatever. But I do want to go get the compound that's over this way, but I just got to be careful, because those plants can hide real easy. They'll camouflage themselves in, and you just got to watch what you're doing to make sure you don't wind up dead. And this is the compound I need. Why do I need the compound? Because I want to make a medium printer, and then I'll go find some resin and take that resin and make a couple small platforms. It says there's some more compound down here. There we go. Just need to get 2 of them. Just waiting to hear the beep that I've got a second one. There we go. Now we've got 2. So we can make that medium platform that I want. Took one of the charged batteries off, and I'm charging up the others now. So you, medium printer. And then we're going to need a home for that medium printer. But we can just take the small printer and the beacon off of that platform once I find some resin. I don't see any just jumping at me. What I do see is a plant that looks innocent enough, but actually is not. See that orange guy right there? Yeah, that's a mean plant. It's a thistle whip, and it will hit you. It reaches down and hits you really hard. Did it give me a seed? Or just scannables? Just scannables, which are worth 77. Found out the research on this planet isn't worth as much as some of the other planets. Wow, there's just drops and deadly things everywhere here. So I'm going to go looking for resin at this point and see if I can't find some. And here we go. Found some resin along with more compound, in fact. So kind of a double whammy. There is a deadly plant up there that wants to shoot at me, but we'll just ignore that. And I hear the ding of resin and compound. It's really the resin that I'm after, but it's hard to get just resin. It's mixed together so well here. There, how much do I have of resin? I have 3. I think that's all I need. I did go ahead and start up the atmospheric condenser. That's why you see the batteries getting drained over there in the distance. In fact, wow. Gone through nearly a whole battery already, but the wind is going. Interestingly enough, not enough wind to power the atmospheric condenser and charge the batteries. But look at that, the battery is still getting drained. Ooh, fascinating. But we're getting the argon going, and that's the last gas that we need, so it's fine. I'm willing to suffer through the wait here. All right, so we'll swap these guys out. Like so. This is what I want to make is the next size up storage table. Not storage table, but just table. That guy, large platform B. They've made it so it's really hard to see the outline of what you're doing. You just go like move around even when you had this out. There we go. Yeah, that's what I want. 3 resin. We'll get that going. And then what I'm going to do is slap the printers on this and put the other battery back on that little stand. And that'll give me all the space that I need. It should be, anyway. I don't think I need anything else up here. Maybe some more wind turbines, but I can't make those because I'm not going to make a smelter and everything for this planet. Plus, I don't want to go find quartz and clay. Because I can just go back to the home planet just as easy and take care of things from there. So you can go right there, unpack it, plug it in, and move this printer to right down here, actually. Right, spin around. There you go. And I'll be able to print from there. Wow, we are not making much power. The batteries are all almost dead. Holy cow. I really thought, because of the amount of wind up here, that this would have been enough, but the batteries can't keep, or the wind is not enough to keep the batteries charged and keep the atmospheric condenser going. So I wonder if I could do with 4 more wind turbines. I may head back down to Silva and create quite a bunch more of those. But let's unpack here real quick. Put our beacon there so we know where to land. Put our small printer here just in case we need it for anything else. Whoops, I just accidentally made some tethers. That's okay, we can use some tethers. Put that there. And so while this is going, my goal is to go find the Titanite, but I think really we should first head off back to the home planet and get us some more wind power. There is some sun here. I know it says low sun, but the sun does come out, so I may even bring a couple of medium solars, not a lot, but a couple, just to help. So maybe like what, maybe 4? Yeah, probably 4 more wind turbines, 2 medium solars, and then of course 6 platforms for it to all sit on. I can fit all that on that storage there. So yeah, we're gonna definitely have to head back to the home planet here, because that battery just died, and it is not making nearly enough power now. And I don't think I have everything I need to make an RTG at the moment. Let's see. I might have. Nanocarbon alloy comes from steel. Yes, it's the steel I don't have. Though I can now make steel if I take one of these back with me. Maybe an RTG? I'm just not sure. I think if I can get more wind power, we can get enough amps coming in to charge the batteries. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So let's head back there real quick. You know, I wish space travel really was this easy. Just, you know, go scan about on the planet for a few resources. One guy can just make it all. So, my God, I would never, ever stop traveling in space. It's like one of my big dreams is to do the space tourism thing once it finally gets up and really running. But, you know, $250,000 per seat that they're currently pre-selling it for, and then only gives you like 6 minutes of weightlessness. It's on the very edge of the atmosphere. It's not even really truly outer space. But like they talk about making hotels on the moon. God, yeah, it's just one night on the moon. I would love it. I that's like my life's dream is to go to outer space. Never happened, but you know, one can dream. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, we're here. There we go. And come on, let me choose. There we go. Launch back home where I'm going to make some more power, and then we'll resume back up on the other planet. So we're back. I've set up the additional 4 wind turbines as well as 2 solar arrays. And right now, it's only the solar arrays that are putting out any power whatsoever. Those 2 wind turbines think they are. I don't know why they think they are. They're not spinning. However, we have not yet started charging the batteries, and that's kind of what I was hoping for. But then again, I've also had no wind since I've deployed these additional wind turbines. So I'm going to wait and see what happens when we get some wind. Surprisingly, those 2 solar panels are keeping this guy going to the point that, look at that, I already have an entire platform ready to go. So we'll put that one up in the ship, replace it with an empty, and let it keep going. That's my goal, is to just get the whole ship filled up. Oh, we do have an extra platform, by the way. I don't remember why I brought that. I honestly don't remember what I brought this for. So we'll just let that sit right there. So yeah, it's going. It's working. Not at full power. I think once the wind kicks in, it will be at full power. Hopefully then we'll also be generating enough power to recharge the batteries so that this isn't another like 2.5 hour wait just to get a ship full of argon. But while we are waiting, I need to explore and find titanite so we can make titanium. When I went to this planet on the Twitch live stream, titanite was up on a rather high hill in a really forested area. Okay, so that's all well and good, but I don't see any of those yet on this planet. So go up here to this high spot and take a peek around, and yeah, as far as I can see, I see just a bunch of caverns and no wooded areas at all, at least in this direction. I also don't see any really high peaks. I know there's like all these weird things sticking up, and there's that one in the distance, but those are just things. They're not like, they're not plants, they're not anything. They're just a big pink and purple thing. I don't know what they are. They don't have a name, and the Astroneer wiki doesn't call them anything. So, since for as far as I can see this way, I don't see any wooded areas up on a hilltop, I'm going to go in the other direction where we found the compounded resin and hope for better luck that way for titanite. So this hill here looks promising. I mean, it's not very big, But it has the big trees. It also has a big thistle whip up there that I see waiting to smack me. Surprisingly, I've only encountered one, like, deadly plant on my way over here. It makes me a little nervous that there's just, like, some lurking. Like, see, there's one I passed just a second ago. I didn't even realize it because of the angle I came back. I haven't really gotten all that far from the base. I've just been kind of zigzagging, hoping to encounter Titanite, or to encounter a hill that I could see a little higher up to see, thus a bigger hill. And this is my first one that looks promising. I'm hoping it will yield something, though I'm trying to find an angle of attack here. I should just be able to walk up the side of it, actually. It looks like I should be able to get that angle. Yeah, we should be alright. Are you guys friendly? What are you? Yep, you are just plain old simple organic. So let's carefully climb to the top here. No more nightmare trees, just weird trees on this planet. Nothing that looks like a giant spider. Good. This is the type of wooded area that I'm looking for. So hopefully, and yes, I do see that big guy down there. So hopefully we encounter some Titanite. Wow, there's a bunch of them everywhere. Holy cow. That's no, that's resin. That's a research item. And a research aid station. Something crashed over there. It was way up at the top of a peak that I found it in the live stream. But it looks like we've encountered now a range. So I can stay up on these peaks, hopefully. And should eventually encounter this stuff. So wish me luck. Well, I have found some lithium, which, I mean, that's not a bad thing to encounter. We could always use some lithium. But it's not what I came here for. And by the way, I did find inside of a crashed spaceship this little Titanite sitting there. Not quite what I had in mind, though. Oops. So I guess I'll get some lithium and take it back to the ship and then come back out and finish exploring. I don't know. I am a long ways away. I've gone through so many tethers. I mean, look at that. I'm down to my final bundle of tethers, and I've made like 3 more bundles while I've been out with just the compound that I've come across. So, yeah, you know what? If lithium's right here, I've got these tethers. We can see Silva from here. I've got these tethers. Let's just go up and over this ridge and just see if maybe, just maybe, we can find some Titanite nearby. I think that's more graphite over there, isn't it? Can't quite tell from this range. I do see some deadly... Ooh, there's one right there. I didn't even notice you. You're blending in perfectly with that research item, you sneaky devil. Things just blend in really well on this planet. The only ones that don't are these guys, the pop corals. They stand out like a sore thumb. Pretty sure that's just more graphite down there. It looks like graphite. It's really hard to tell in the lighting here. We'll go over and see what's in this crashed ship, I guess. And then if there's nothing good in there, then we will turn around and go get some lithium, I suppose. But first we have to kill all this stuff because it'll hurt us. I'm currently like heading straight down the mountain towards that guy, which I don't want to do. Let's go around this way. Yeah, just go this way. Oh, my tether is not connected. That's always a bad thing. There we go. Tether's now connected. Ah, yes. Ooh, there's another one. Hi. I didn't see you at first. I bet you guys all did. They'll turn and look at you when you get close. It's creepy as fuck. It's like those things that turn and look at you in Subnautica that always spook me out. Alright, let's kill these guys. See, in beta, these used to just shoot at you if you got too close. So I still kill them. I don't know if they only do that on certain planets now or what, but Anything in here that's worth anything? Getting tons of organic. Well, there's another canister. I can get more soil. Yay. Um, I already traded out canisters when I was up, or when I went back to Silva. I traded out canisters. Oh, I'm off tethers. Crap. No, oh, I didn't want that. I don't want this. There we go. I can make those. And I'm out of tethers, so I guess we go get the lithium. Wow, it is so windy here. It is such a good job of capturing audio on a windy day somewhere. Because this is the real deal. Alright, let's go get lithium then. And I guess next time I'm on this planet, I'll go look for titanite. Oh yeah, I wanted to see. That is just graphite, right? Yep. It's just graphite. It's so weird because everywhere that I'm seeing graphite here, in the planet, the version of this planet that I was on in the Twitch live stream, that would have been titanite everywhere. That's why I've been roaming these hills looking for it, because I was convinced that it would be in the same type of spot. But apparently I was mistaken. So I'll see if I can get some lithium. I'm a little bit off tether to do it. But it should be okay because it's just right here. Provided that's not a cave entrance that I'm about to fall to my doom. It is a cave entrance I'm about to fall to my doom, so I have to be careful. So just grab up, or hoover up, some lithium. It's kind of what you're doing, basically. You just vacuum it up. Ooh, that is really hard rock right there. I did not bring any drill mods or anything like that with me either. Sorry, this lithium doesn't... Whoa, what did I just do? I just picked up some organic from somewhere. Don't know how I did that. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So, lithium. That's what we're here for. I know I'm getting a little bit low on oxygen. Need to hurry up. It's all going to be in rock now, isn't it? Come on. Give me some soft stuff. There we go. There we go. That's what we like, is the soft stuff. And backpack full, not yet, but I need to go get some air. Which tethers are right here? I mean, I'm only one tank down, but I don't like to risk it. So we'll let that fill up real quick, get 2 more bundles of lithium, and then head back to the ship and see how we're doing on our argon collection. Should be doing all right. We got lots of wind going. And there's a wind turbine I'm going to grab that I saw on a table by some ruins on my way back. I'll grab that. So, should be almost done with the lithium. Come on, is there any more up here? Yes, there we go. Nice soft soil to dig in. But it's almost at the range of what I can get to here. But there we go. So much lithium that we're now dropping it on the floor. Alright, so I did find 1 titanite in crashed ruins. That's it. Everything else is a bust. So maybe I need to go into a cave. I don't know. Maybe I should get some compound and just keep exploring. But I think this video has gone on long enough. So I'm going to head back to our little base and pick up the search for titanite in the next video. Until then, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.